The Queen supported Brexit and asked why the UK could not just get out of the EU, it was dramatically claimed yesterday. BBC political editor Laura Kuenssberg said the monarch had apparently made her views clear at a private lunch before the referendum in June. According to Miss Kuenssberg's contact, the Queen told guests at the lunch, "I don't see why we can't just get out. What's the problem?" Speaking on Radio 4's Today program yesterday, Miss Kuenssberg said her jaw hit the floor when an unnamed contact told her that the Queen had told a private lunch that she could not see why Britain could not simply leave the bloc. She said, "In a casual chat with one of my contacts, they said, 'Do you know what? At some point this is going to come out, and I'm telling you now, and I don't know if the BBC would touch it, but the Queen told people at a private lunch that she thinks that we should leave the EU.' Apparently at this lunch, she said, 'I don't see why we can't just get out. What's the problem?' She added, 'My jaw hit the floor. Very sadly, I only had one source. I spent the next few days trying to prove it. I couldn't find the evidence. Lo and behold, a couple of months later, someone else did.' Of course, then ensued a huge row between the newspaper and the palace over what had really been said or not said. The Sun always stood by its piece, saying it had two sources for the claim that the Queen had let rip at then Deputy Prime Minister Nick Clegg over Europe at a lunch at Windsor Castle in 2011. Mr. Clegg has named then Justice Secretary Michael Gove as a source, but Mr. Gove has never confirmed the allegation. It is not known whether Miss Kuenssberg's source is the same as one of the Sun's, or whether it is the same lunch. A BBC spokesman said last night that neither the corporation nor Miss Kuenssberg would comment. Last night Tory MP Andrew Bridgen said, "It's not really a surprise that the Queen is in favour of a sovereign constitutional monarchy. All the time we were campaigning for leave, we said we were doing it for Queen and country. The Queen is 90 years old and she knows full well how Great Britain was before we joined the European Union, and how things are now. She is well qualified to offer an opinion, although she keeps these opinions to herself." Fellow Tory MP Jacob Rees-Mogg said, "It would not be a surprise if the Queen felt this way, given that joining the European Union was a great betrayal of the Commonwealth, and the Commonwealth is close to her heart. The Queen is more in touch with the feelings of the British people than many politicians. She has a much better understanding of the national mood than many in public life." If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe.